is Argus's maximum swing probably, and to the
Yeah.
west, and then we'll.
I think we're okay.
Well, I just called in a move now, so.
I'm gonna hold off here for a minute and see if that swings back.
Yeah, then we'll go back down.
Looks like the uphill is to our east, though. Is that correct?
Negative. Uphill is to the northwest. You want me to zoom out a few?
Yeah, so if Herc goes on the northwest side and we drop down a bit, then we'll know.
Should be that.
Oh, you're trying to get Argus back on the east side of Herc. Is that what you're doing?
I was just arresting its swing so it wasn't going too far west, and now it should be just about settled, I think. I don't think it'll have too much movement. It might. The cable's probably got some memory in it, but I don't think it'll move too much. So I think we're safe to go down now.
Roger.
Just want to sort that out.
Yeah, it looks like it's settling here.
Yeah.
Did you want to reset that when we go down?
Reset.
I guess we can't really reset Argus position, huh?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
Oh, just because all the hits are all.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
that's
we
all.
can.
That's solely USBL.
Roger.
It is what it is.
All right, Dan, you ready to go down?
Yeah, you want to go on the uphill side, though, right?
Yeah, she's just facing north, so that ought to be okay.
Yeah. Okay, coming down.
So we skipped
Steve.
some track there, Steve.
I was just looking at the
Alright.
at the mezzo, so I'm seeing the hill on
Right.
the northeast side. That's why.
That's fair. Steve, did you, I mean, if I turn my heading a little bit, then I'll.
Yeah, but you're north. You were looking north, so it actually matches for
Yeah.
once.
There we go.
There you go.
North and north.
Northeast.
Yeah, 30 degrees.
I'm gonna-
So
Steve,
you are uphill.
Yeah. Steve, did
Coming
you
down.
need us to go back to where we were, or is it all right to continue on from here?
I think we can just start here.
Roger.
Yeah, we lost about 60 meters. That's fine. That's where the UFO was.
So you said you dropped a target where we came off bottom?
Yep.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
the red
see
cross.
it. It's approximately where my mouse is. I dropped a target in the other system.
Okay.
It's about here.
All right.
So
All right, ready?
Can
So
we
the-
put a off bottom, like call it off bottom, you know, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, that we came off there for a few minutes and then drop back down at this point?
I can do that.
Yeah, approximately, you know.
Did you do it in event log back there? That's probably the better thing.
Yes.
I did write a little blurb too.
Well, then
Yeah.
that should
I
be.
made a note of it
That
too.
should be. That should be the better one.
Yeah, great.
But I'll do it anyway. Okay.
So if we were to have some sort
Right.
of main
So Rennie, if we want to continue along that slope there,
cable
we're gonna
breakdown,
change to about
Hercules would just float
300 still,
to the
or a
surface
little bit
eventually.
different off our
Yeah,
heading?
correct.
Yeah, we could just go. Why don't we go 3, 4, 5 and just kind of see? Because there's a local slope in front of us. Might as well, like Dan was saying, might as well chase that.
Right.
Kind of go
3,
in the
4,
general
5.
direction. 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Roger. Sounds good.
Okay. I'll call one in.
Sounds good.
Depends what you mean
Bridge
by
snap.
cable break, though. If you mean like winch cable
could we have
or
a step?
tether.
30 meters.
guess
Bearing
either one.
3, 4, 5.
If the tether broke,
Thank you.
Hercules would float. But if the winch broke, it would be attached to Argus, who would not float. So, kind of.
He'd float 30 feet,
he'd float
30
as,
meters.
yeah, as much as the tether would allow him.
Dan, I'll chase myself over here if you want to chase me on the heading.
Roger.
And if you want to come down a bit on the delta.
Coming down.
Dan, how shallow have you live boated before?
We're right in the just normal ROV operations. Oh, shallow.
Yeah.
A beach in the ROV. Park it on the beach.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How big of an ROV was that?
That was OE. It's a 1,000-meter system, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we've had ropus on the beach too.
Really?
250 meters away from the boat on the surface.
Wow. Without DP.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's like
Not if
there's
you have
bunch
a
of rubbly stuff in
not
there.
if you have a
but I
good
wouldn't
boat
trust
driver.
Yeah.
You don't know the difference.
Yeah.
You get pulled off once in a while, but there's an ONC node, and I think at low tide it's 9 meters, and at high tide it's 12, 18, something like that.
Must be in the Venus somewhere. Venus Observatory then. The inshore stuff.
I think it's in the Barclay there on the.
Barclay? Really? That channel?
I forget where, or in the inlet. Where? What's the? It's close to the island somewhere.
Yeah.
You can only go in at slack tide. We tried to go in not slack tide, and didn't work out too well. The tide's moving, the water's moving faster than the
Oh yeah.
vehicle can.
We recovered in 6 knot current one time in there, which was an interesting scenario.
Yeah, there's some wicked currents in the Strait of Georgia there too. That
Yeah, I think that's where it was, Strait of Georgia.
Steve, you want to look at this fish?
Sure.
So you're under Argus
kinda
again,
nice.
are you, or am I just?
You
can
facing
spin your
us?
head a bit. Yeah. Go ahead and.
My head's same
I'm gonna
as
clear
yours.
these ship tracks because they're annoying me.
Yeah, we're gonna go to. You're gonna go to 345 there, Dan.
Roger.
The head kind of went away.
Yeah, that's all right. I think we know what this one is. It's I think this is Diplocanthopoma.
Okay, Roger. Come
There-
wide then, please.
There was a white fan off to the left in 9 o'clock. Small on the rock facing away from us.
Itty bitty.
Yeah, can we take a peek at that?
For sure.
Ruben and I parked OE on the beach more than once, doing shore-ins with the cables. So you have a tugboat attached to a barge, and they're using basically a 12-foot aluminum boat with a 10-horse motor on it as a bow thruster. He's got to run around one side and run around to the other side.
All right, video. Go ahead and push in slow.
Beautiful shot, Jess.
Thanks, guys.
Great. Got a few captures of this.
I'm gonna
Frame
do
it
the
up a
GVL
little bit.
reset, so don't go into auto XY.
Roger. So that's all right for you, even though it's a little bit out of on the left there, on the right, I mean.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Sure. Come wide, please, video.
So that was Enelopsemia rostrata, possibly. Definitely Enelopsemia, probably in the genus or in the species rostrata, which is what we've been seeing yesterday and was one of the more common species of Enelopsemia in the Pacific. There's a couple of other species too, but I haven't encountered any of those on this expedition so far.
So that's a stony coral then?
That's right.
Got it.
I don't know what the current's doing tonight, but we're taking some big rolls, so if you stay out in front of Argus a bit more.
Yeah.
Those big
Yeah, I'm
3
bugging.
meter rolls, or
Big old.
I don't know what they're doing to the tether.
Yeah, I'm heading that way.
Roger. What side do you usually go on when your Argus is getting western? You just
When-
tend to stay under it more or stay out?
When Argus is western.
Yeah, it's going up and
When it's
down like
bouncing a lot?
3 meters. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's if
fucking
I'm
Bronco.
underneath you, then I maintain a really high delta. But yeah, usually I'll try to get a little bit
Stay
further out
out
in
further.
front.
Yeah. Seems better for that S-bend in the tether there. If you're under it, it does a sharper
Sharp
bend on
turn.
the weight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put a range ring on Argus for you, Jess.
A range ring. No, I can still see myself here, as long as I know how far away I am on the tether.
Looks like another.
Can you do a pop
fish.
zoom in there video? Oh,
Nope.
just kidding.
He did not want to be imaged.
Photo shy.
People want to know why Western is the term we use so much.
It's all Dan.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
We got too many cowboys in this van. Cowboys and cowgirls, I
All right,
should say.
Steve, do you want to head north still, or do you want to keep going up this gentle slope here, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, we want to go up that
All right,
gentle-ish slope.
I'll keep calling in 3, 4, 5s for now.
I think that makes the most
Actually,
sense
no,
to.
not that. I'll do 3, 1, 5.
Tracks.
How about that?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Bridge nav. 30 meters, 315. Thank you.
Hopefully, it doesn't put us into the sediment too much.
Yeah, we might have a flat bit, and then that's
Yeah.
probably what's happening here. Is this this is the general trend is in the bathy, but the local, there's probably some local highs and lows, and
Yeah.
we can chase them, but then we'll go down a.
Yeah.
What's your tell, Renee, on when to move the boat?
You mean when we're doing step moves?
Yeah.
It depends. It depends on the pacing. Because it's hard if you guess it too soon, and they decide to sample or something, then you.
But do you go by the angle of the tether in the butt cam, or do you go by the distance on the nav screen?
Usually just the Argus cam. Try to preempt if we're gonna keep going along. See how far away it is. See how that tether getting tight, you know.
Can we zoom on the lasers, Coral?
Sure. Sure.
Just while we're waiting, something to look at.
Yeah, for sure. You can zoom on anything you want.
We have pretty good
Check for these
identification
guys
for this
here.
critter. We just want to know.
I'm gonna see if
Alright.
I can come around a little
Get
bit.
a couple of captures, sure.
So I wanna bulldoze the corals in front of me.
But yeah, Dan, I do look at the butt cams too, and then this nav screen, just the distance between them. But for the most part, a lot of it is just Argus cam, HD.
Do you try and keep the tail like happy dog, or? bad dog, or
It's mainly, yeah,
like happy dog seats straight up right now?
right, yeah. It's, I think when, it's mainly just seeing when it, like if the tug translates from Argus down, and you start to see.
All right, video, go ahead and push in there a bit, please.
Start moving because of it, you know. But ideally you preempt
Stand
it.
by.
But
What's that?
ideally we preempt it, you know, to
Right.
make the step before we need to. But if you call in too many in a row, especially when you're deep, then we end up
All right, video, go
having
ahead
to
and push in a bit
backtrack
more there,
when
please.
they sample.
There we go.
It's a delicate dance.
Okay.
Yeah, looking and
All set
trying to
there.
read the future and being
Roger.
often wrong is kind of
Alright,
the
video,
way
come
that
on.
it goes.
You see like the cool shell like off to the left in the rocks? At least I think it's a shell.
How far out? How far out was that shell?
Oh, it's right by like the rocks. If you go lasers all the way down, it's like right there.
Snail? Or
Maybe.
is it-
Oh no, I just saw like a quick photo of it. It looked like a spiral shell.
Can
Okay.
we?
Do you want me to go look for it, Steve?
Yeah, if you have a second. If not,
Yeah, we got time.
yeah.
Sure. I'll get a different angle here and we can just look up slope.
You said some trigger words that made me suspect it was something not like so mundane as just having to be like shell hash or
Watch me like
if it's spiral
totally
shaped.
be
That
wrong.
is interesting.
So Emily, where was your snail?
It was, so if you go down, it's like in the bottom left corner more.
Roger.
Man, there's like a lot of pressure on my like spotting now.
Maybe a rock right here.
Just
Is it
for
by
reference.
the shrimp right now?
Yeah, it's kind of down a little bit more. Like if you go straight down from the lasers. Yeah, right where the lasers are.
Right where the lasers are?
Yeah, a little to the right. Yeah, it's like tucked in the corner a little bit. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye.
Now, what would you say is the orientation of this ridge?
I can-
you
What's
can go ahead and
Argus's
just zoom
heading?
in a
It's
little
probably
bit there, video. while I'm trying
that
to
ridge
look for
seems
it.
kind of north,
North south.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, I see.
You
what
see
you're
it?
saying.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Right there.
How the heck did you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're crazy.
A couple of them are.
I was just looking and I saw like a cool spiral and I was like, ooh, look at
You
that.
have all the good cameras up there for yourself, right?
Yeah, she's
Hey, I got the tiny screen.
she's hogging them all.
It's very
It's a
it's
tiny,
interesting.
tiny $10,000 screen.
Yeah, sure. Oh wow, it is a shell. Yes. I feel proud now.
Oh, that is really cool. Wonder if it's
Sorry.
alive.
If you want a better image of this, I can set down.
Yeah.
Line, please.
Don't worry about it. We'll move on.
Sure.
It was like a sigh of relief that that actually was a shell.
It
Yeah,
looks like
wow.
there's a couple of sharks in Argus cam.
Oh yeah.
So you have one of those super
Right ahead.
expensive monitors that shows everything in like high definition, true color,
Super razzmatazz
Yeah.
video monitors.
It's crazy that what those monitors can do. The
You
video
wanna come
engineers
full
on
wide
the
on me, please, real
Okeanos, they have
Shark dead ahead.
these
Possible.
they have these monitors that are just insane. They're better than the scientists' monitors, and they can pick up like the slightest, the slightest biological
Accurate.
shape,
Mhm.
and pick it out.
What are you?
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
a big fish.
Whoa.
That's cool.
It's a
Nice
big,
catch.
big fish.
I don't want to scare him off, but
Wow. What is up with that tail?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did you want to push in a bit there, please?
Yeah, sure, pushing in.
That's good. Who are you?
Huh.
The dark night.
Just kind of eats the light.
Oh.
Can't make out any
Wow.
features.
Show yourself.
Show us who you are.
What is the black dragon and Tame Your Dragon?
Oh.
Toothless.
Toothless. What kind of dragon is he?
He's a night dragon. Night riding.
I don't know any.
Night Fury.
Night Fury.
Night Fury.
Right.
Get a
Thank
face,
you.
I don't know any of these words.
Night Fury.
Clearly, you need to watch more. Is
It's
it Disney or
famous
Pixar?
Night Fury fish.
We get a pirouette around him, or will we scare him?
see it.
Sure, yeah.
He looks
That
like he'd be
helps.
very soft.
Yes. We want to cuddle with him.
Looks cuddly.
Oh wow! Look at his head.
You want to push in a little bit more there, video?
He does look like Toothless.
Yep.
Totally.
Aw,
All
that's
right,
good.
so
Cute.
this helps
He's
us
so
get an
cute.
identification. This is
You want to push in a little bit more?
probably Lamprogrammus. It's an ophidiid.
Not a shark?
It's not,
Not
a
a
shark.
shark.
At all.
Not a
Aw.
shark.
It's
So
still cool
pretty.
though.
Fooled us.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Very
want to come a
cool.
little wide there, video?
Very cool coloration.
That's good.
I'm gonna name him Toothless Junior.
Maybe that's where the inspiration for Toothless came from.
Maybe.
You want anything else on this guy here, or should we move on?
No, let's move on.
Right
If he
here.
has retractable teeth, then yeah.
There's another fish behind him too. Pointier.
Wow, that was so cool.
Highlight of the watch so far. Still got 3 more hours.
Hey, but you know, no blue water and no excessive sediment on this
There's another
watch.
pocket.
Woohoo!
Well, let's
Yeah,
keep
it's a
positive
little-
thoughts.
Catfish again.
For once, we're not launching or recovering.
I know, right? Don't have to fill out a checklist. It's a good day.
And we're going to be processing samples at a reasonable hour.
Woohoo!
What more could you ask for?
It's a good thing we're not trying to handle poisonous urchins
Yeah.
at 4 a.m.
Ooh,
Yeah.
This
that
time, tears and misery.
Venomous.
Venomous, true.
yeah.
Common misconception.
Yeah, poison's if you eat it, right?
Yeah.
Can we eat the urchin?
You can eat anything. I think that's
Yeah.
If you
eat
eat the
anything
urchin, you have
once.
to get on the VHF radio and call the Coast Guard yourself and tell them exactly what you've done.
wow. That's stern.
Take no responsibility.
I'm gonna go another 345 actually, or 330.
Or the
Just,
sat phone. I don't know. VHF. What's the range of VHF?
Yeah, sounds good, Ernie.
Bridge
Oh.
nav.
Depends on your antenna.
You
and
just
what
have to go
radio.
on the bridge and call them.
1 step 30 meters, bearing 330. Thank you.
Or we'll maroon you on Jarvis Island for till the return trip comes back,
Just for eating an
back
urchin.
through. Yeah.
So free vacation on
Willingly.
an atoll.
Jen's like, where's that urchin?
Just don't eat the urchin, please. Please.
You guys want to see what this purple thing is? Coral.
Yeah, I think it's another Victorgorgia there.
It's a lighter purple.
We
isn't
can
it?
take a quick peek in.
Roger. You want to do a snap zoom there?
Snap
Ooh.
zoom.
Actually,
Ooh.
Holding.
Go ahead and
Oh,
push
the
in a little bit
I
more.
want that.
There we
You
go.
want this?
I'm not kidding. Yeah. That's not Victorgorgia.
It's a lighter purple.
And I want that because it's a plexaurid.
Plexaurid.
An old one, eh?
Wow.
Well,
Alright.
Argus is moving towards Hercules.
Yeah, you wanna come
so
wide there,
you
video?
should be fine.
Coming wide.
Park is
And
better.
So this is really interesting in that I've sampled a piece of this from elsewhere in the equatorial Pacific, and it turned out to be Anthomericea. And Anthomericea, there are a few species out here, but they're not well understood based on video records. I think we'll take a sample of this and see if we can identify it in the lab.
Roger.
You have to let us know on our next watch if it is or not.
Yeah.
Is the Victor Gorgia, is that referencing the French vehicle?
I think it's the name of the ship that the expedition was on.
All right, ready?
It might have been the
Ready?
vehicle. Hold on.
Yes.
So it was described, yeah, in a it was a French or French-Spanish expedition off of, I think it was found on the Meteor Seamount.
Yeah,
That's a weird
Victor's
shrimp.
French science
What kind of shrimp
vessel,
is that?
vehicle. Sorry.
Yeah, it might actually be that then. Oh yeah, it's actually a lobster. It's a blind lobster. Yeah.
It's right up there with Alvinaconca Ephemeria,
Yep.
named after the man vehicle that found them.
That's right. I'm just going back to the original paper now to double check.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get it settled. I guess I can come on the other side. All right, Rennie, go ahead and do your magic.
Magic enabled.
Also, just so you know, Rennie, it's gotten a little colder over here.
Oh, good. Colder
Hasn't
is
gotten any
good.
colder here.
Yeah.
I
The
have
ROV
acquired a
Victor
jacket.
6000.
The Victor 6000.
Yes.
All right.
They have
that looks
two.
good enough.
They have they have a man sub and a big science.
Is that part
ROV.
of a part of Ephemer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ephemer. They
All right,
do a lot
video,
of
you want to
mapping.
take
Home
a quick
on
zoom
La
there?
Adelante.
Sure.
You just push all the way in if you want.
Full zoom.
Roger.
Get into focus.
I think we should rename Hercules the Hercules 7000. Seem more high tech.
6001.
You want to come a little wide there?
Yep.
That's good. I'll get you a couple different frames of different parts if you want there, Steve, and then we'll decide what you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Keel's the
I
only
think
one that's-
the one that's dead center in the frame right now, either one of those main branches is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you want to take a look at anything else here, though?
I don't think so. I think it's all the same stuff on this rock. Is
Roger.
it just me, or is this rock moving, or are we moving?
Oh, we're moving a little bit.
Okay.
There's a little bit
I
of a
was
current
wondering if
coming
it
down.
was just one big loose rock.
All right.
Let's pick up the rock.
Giant snail.
You want to come a little wide there, video?
Come wide.
It's already on. 22 delta.
Yeah, Victor Gorgia was collected on a cruise in 1998.
Going
Somebody
that far.
gasp.
Wow. Nuts. That just seems really recent.
It is really recent. Yeah. Probably sat in a museum for, so when was this paper published? 2002, 4 or 5 years. But this
Alright,
is
video, wanna push in there,
this is
please?
not Victor Gorgia. This is a plexaurid.
It's good.
My suspicion is Anthomyresia from other observations in the area.
You said take it at the base?
Yeah, I mean, they're still so small that I would make it easy on yourself.
We might get 2, is that all right?
That's all right, yeah.
You're okay with more samples?
You could go through the other way at
Yeah.
a bit of an angle, and bubble cam would be your friend there if you didn't want to get more. You'd have to reorient.
This will work.
No clicky. Who's clicking?
Very nice.
It did work.
A little bit of a haircut to the rock.
Total haircut.
Video, you want to come a little wide there? And I'll get you better light for this shot. Actually, it might be pretty good out there.
Yeah, if I do more of a close-up, I can iris and everything to make it look a lot better.
Roger. Oh, well, then I guess we can try it here then. Go ahead and push in. Alright.
I'm just going to do a full to focus. Alright.
What's in the forward left bio box? I'm just curious.
Forward left is just a rock, so
Okay.
that's kind of where I'm thinking right now.
Okay. Now we can do whatever.
I had requests to not put multiple rocks in the same bin,
Okay.
but
Request from
science
yeah,
managers.
science managers. Okay.
Let me know when you guys got your screen grabs there.
Got them, thank you.
Alright. Video, you want to come wide? Yep.
So then, wide open rock boxes. Do we have at least 2 available?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the last 2 will go in there.
So where do you guys want this guy?
Forward bio box A, so on the left side.
Forward bio box A, left side. If we kick
Alrighty.
this open, we might... There's no floaty bits in this one yet? No corals?
Just one rock.
Roger, understood.
And if that floats away, we have a problem.
Oh, you might get if GoPro's still going, you might get some close-up stills there.
Yeah, that's true. Hey. Hey, thanks, Dan.
How many hours has the vehicle been in the water, then?
It's been in the water since 4.
4:16.
Huh?
Yeah, 1600.
It's about 9 hours.
So we're probably about done with mesocam.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that would have been a cool shot, though.
She mentioned that she might set it to do every 10 seconds, so maybe,
So it runs longer.
yeah, because apparently it wasn't battery limited, it was storage limited.
Yeah.
You think it's going to float?
It's not going to float. Nav, could you drop a target on the 995 meter isobath directly upslope from us?
Okay, let me just get a drop on this thing first.
That'll kind of be our guide for the next few minutes while we make a few moves.
Can I have a sample number, 084?
Correct.
Okay, and the depth is...
Get out.
And sorry, what was that depth?
995.
So we're at like 2-0.
Shaky, shaky.
Yeah, I'm kind of pinned up on the walls there for a good shaky, shaky.
Just confirm these are 5 meter.
There we go.
We give
Yeah,
it a bump out.
those are
just
5 meter,
if it
right?
comes out a little.
Yep. 10.
Oh.
5,000.
That was
This
against
is
the wall there a bit.
995.
Yeah, we want to go there.
Okay. At least that's my best guess. Do you want to go in that orientation?
Yeah, directly there.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to push that down any more in there, Steve, or?
If you think it'll drop in when you close it, you may not need to.
Yeah, we
I
can
leave it
also.
up to you.
Sure.
We just don't want it to pinch and you know, let warm water in when it gets to the surface. Keep it nice and cool.
We can maybe jostle it in and jostle. Yeah, Dan knows it.
I don't want to pinch him there. I think you're going to have to give it a nudge. Oh, maybe it will go. Or it will fly out.
All right, hold on, stand by.
What was this called? A few years ago, we used to call this the tap of science, or something like that.
Love tap.
Love tap of science.
It's floatier than
Get
anticipated.
out of town. Try pushing that in and then see if that.
Roger.
Can stand by there for a moment. Okay, try that. Huh, get out of town.
Nice job.
There's a little bit sticking
There's a
out
little
there, but
sticking, yeah.
That's all right. We'll have to open the box again for a rock. So in a few minutes.
It's nice bio box decor.
well, I kind of like it when the vehicle comes up with samples hanging out all over the
Means we got a good sample.
stuff to the brim.
All right, we are headed 300. So I'll let you get a little out ahead, and then I'll call one in.
Sure thing. Thanks, Dan.
Not a ton of sponges in this area. I'm really surprised that ever since we entered Jarvis, the sponges have been a significant minority of the community.
That's true, yeah. It's a good observation.
The further north you go, the more sponges you find. We've sampled at least a half a dozen unique sponge species since we've been, I think, on this cruise. Both encrusting forms and stalked, unstalked, massive colonies.
So does that fast-moving equatorial current have less sediment falling out of it, or
Not sure.
or whatever it is that sponges thrive on?
Yeah, sponges are like corals in that they're particulate feeders. Sponges can create their own current. Sponges have small flagellated cells inside of them that essentially beat back and forth, and they can induce a current that way.
Mm-hmm.
Corals are kind of at the mercy of the flow.
You haven't lived till you've spread fluorescein around the sponge and watched
really
it breathe
cool,
it
right?
through its osculum.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then stuck a needle in there and sipped it. Oh, vacuum bottle. Oh, sways like vacuum bottle. See what he's exhaling.
Mm-hmm. That's a green dye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's my
Green,
favorite.
it's a medical. It's used in the medical industry, I guess.
And we've used it before in the Gulf to actually age corals and tube worms.
Oh, yeah.
We have a chamber in our lab that we can place on top of a coral or a tube worm group, colony, or not colony, but cluster, and slowly inject the dye, leave it there for 10 minutes or so, come back, and it'll be stained and you can evaluate growth, change in growth from year to year.
Wow. I know we were all covered in the stuff and a bag of it on the ROV and
Yeah.
refill every dive.
And actually Hercules has actually used that that system too a few years ago and during the EcoGig program.
Oh, yeah. And where was that then?
That was in the northern Gulf of Mexico. One of the what's the canyon over there?
Bridge nav.
Mississippi Canyon?
Might have
30
been.
meters, bearing 300.
The crazy thing is,
Thank you.
I don't know much about the
Thanks, Ernie.
bathymetric features of the Gulf of Mexico, but I know all the lease blocks by name, right? Because that's how all of our sites are named in the Gulf, is based on the leasing block.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's basically shallow for long ways, and then it's really, really deep.
Yep. All of the Mississippi Canyon sites start with MC,
Yeah.
and then what are the other ones? VK for Viosca Knoll is a site we've visited frequently. Viosca Knoll has some of the biggest deep water coral reefs, most extensive reefs, Wilphelia, in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, I was surprised because I've spent a bit of time down there and never seen anything but mud.
Yeah.
But
No, this is about 500 meters or so off Viosca Knoll, and there's a big, I think there's a pipeline that runs near there.
lots of pipelines.
Yeah.
Do you want to do one more round there, Dan? Because we'll be going 300.
What do you want?
Just one more click over. 10-degree
Okay.
heading change.
You want 300 heading?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you. It's interesting geology formation, this.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about
Like-
what would cause these kinds of,
Oh, all these holes in
Yeah.
the original features. Some of them probably started off, there was like a pocket in the lava from like degassing, and then the like a lava tube, like if you have a thin top, it'll just collapse down in there and that'll leave a big opening. But there's also, and that could be some of these, and then they could also be from like, you have your lava flow and there's like an area in the rock that for whatever reason, like you got grouping of minerals that are more susceptible to alteration or dissolution in the rock. Like if they're all together, you can get like, that area will weather out first. And then that's an area that will keep getting, like, as the water would flow over it and the currents, it would go into that little dip in the rocks, and then it would just kind of excavate an area. So you get like pit marks in rocks from excavations. And it's just they kind of like are self-perpetuating. Once you have something in there, then the water goes down in, or the sediments that are entrained within the current there will go in, and just like it'll sandblast it if there's sediments in there, and it just kind of grows from there.
Like a big old pothole.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Just like roads.
You passed the Holothurian and didn't zoom in on it?
Do
The
you guys
nudie,
wanna see the
whatever he was?
Mm,
Not really.
I'm passing that one.
There's corals up ahead.
I mean, I'm not anti-Holothurian. I just
We've seen that one a lot.
I've seen that one a lot. Exactly. Now that one is Victor Gorgia there, right above the lasers, so you can kind of get an idea of the difference in purple corals. Can we zoom on the yellow fan the lasers are on right now?
Sure. All right, video, go ahead and
As
push
tight
in
as
there.
you can give me.
Oh, it's tight, then that changes where I set up.
Well, for now you can do this, and then you can move in if there's time.
Sure.
Remember, you have meso too. Position for some
Oh yeah.
sweet digital stills.
How about
Every
video,
10
you wanna come
seconds.
wide for a moment there, please? I want to get you a better shot there,
How does
Steve.
that focus? Is it autofocus?
It's just a GoPro in
Manual.
there, so
Yeah.
yeah, I imagine it's.
Oh, on the GoPro. I thought you meant my device.
I don't know how the GoPros focus. They seem to do their thing, no matter what you do to them.
Yeah, I'm pretty perfect.
Unless you
here.
control them via your app.
All right, video, you want to go and push in
I
as
don't
far
know,
as you can on this coral?
The GoPro didn't last that long on the first dive, so I doubt
That's full zoom.
it's probably
Roger.
still
I
taking
think-
images.
I think Allison
Is
there
that
was
enough
some-
for you there, Steve?
talk about
Yeah, just fill the frame with the coral, and we'll grab a couple captures, and then it'll be off. If you can.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we're going to be doing this.
Yeah.
closer.
Bouncy.
Yeah. Well, I'm on a rock right now. It's kind of impeding us. You want to come full wide, please, for a moment
Yep.
there?
Well, that's all right. I think we got some good video at least. We
Uh,
can move on.
Is that full wide video?
Randy was
no.
saying Allison was talking
That's all
about changing the capture rate to 10 seconds, you say? So it wouldn't fill up the card so fast.
I don't know if she executed that, but there was talks of it.
That thing has a big enough battery to power Hercules. It's heavy.
The
Did you want me
GoPro or
to
the
go
housing?
once more for these polyps here, Steve?
Sure, if you got time.
I got time.
I don't want to stop our move or
No, we're not
slow our
stopping any
speed a bit.
moves.
No, I can call in another one now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bridge nav.
Just that rock right there that's bothersome. Go ahead and push full in there, video.
One more step, 30 meters, bearing 300.
Video, go ahead and push
Thank
full
you.
in there, please.
Yeah, sure.
No, doesn't get you any better, sorry.
That's all right. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had an image of that coral, this coral earlier. It's just that this one was kind of well suited and well lit, so I thought I'd get a closer shot, and I think it's enough.
Roger. I
The
can keep this
distinctive
zoom if you want.
white senenchymal tissue. So the senenchyme is the tissue that covers everything except the polyp. So like the axis and the branches is pretty distinctive.
Alright, video, wanna come wide, please?
Yep, coming wide.
It's getting cooler in here now.
Yeah, regretting only bringing one coat up.
I must have charged up the AC for us.
That's how our cabins got cold. This guy requested it.
I like it like a meat locker.
Same.
Are we zoomed in there video on Argus? Cool. Just making sure.
Negative.
I'm just looking straight down.
Roger.
You guys are under Argus tonight for.
Yeah, I'm getting out ahead of you again.
But we've been a little higher because of the excessive bounce too.
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep the bounce deep side to 20 meters because taking some scary pitches there.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Dan, that's not like you.
The crazy thing is, well, okay, not crazy. It's a little bit of an exaggeration. We're approaching an area that well, I mean, it could still be soft. The backscatter says this is a mixture of soft and hard, and it still seems pretty hard here. You know, that maybe this soft stuff off to the left is what the backscatter is saying is pretty loose. Ripples and stuff. So this should be a short little hop based on the backscatter across sediment, and then we'll be back on the hard stuff. Closer towards 995 approach.
Where are you off to now? You want me to pivot around?
Yeah, because we're still going 300.
300.
Running in and throwing another ship move there.
Bridge nav. One more step.
Argus 300.
Thank you.
Roger.
I didn't think we felt the last one, but there's also not a lot to see here, so.
Yeah. Exactly. Avoid the sand.
If you're on Nautilus Live and you're looking for highlights, if you scroll down underneath the live feed video, you can check out highlights from this leg and just other exciting things that have happened over the last few seasons. And if you look in there, you can find where we encountered a whale during our
Sperm whale.
descent, I believe. Kind of showed up and hung out for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool because we were actually there to see if any animals had returned after the oil spill in the Gulf, and we were expecting to find like things like shrimps and stuff, and on the way down we just see this giant sperm whale, well, baby sperm whale, and we're like, oh, well, I guess life's coming back.
That's where that was? Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah,
Big sperm
it's
whale?
Gulf of Mexico, yeah.
We were, I had just gotten off watch and I was standing out on the back deck, and everyone was noticing that, hey, there's some whales, you know, breaching in the distance, you know, a couple 100 meters from the ship.
In the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sperm whales all the time. And and then Megan runs out, opens the door, and says, "There's a whale on the screen," and everyone runs inside, screaming. There's a really funny shot of everyone's response inside the lounge.
The control
Doing a
room and the
little
lounge
backwards
erupt
move
in
here,
complete
Jess.
pandemonium.
Sorry?
Doing a little backwards move here, so just be
Roger.
aware. I
Thank
think
you.
we'll loop around if not. We'll,
Is there, how's the surface doing? How's the surface current and wind there?
it's fine. It's just the DP.
Can we zoom on the
Roger.
C-pan while we're waiting?
Yeah, totally.
I'd either just gotten off the boat
Video, go
or
ahead and push in here a bit, please.
was about to go on the boat, and I remember my dad calling me up being
That's
like,
good.
"Emily, Nautilus live, now." And I was like, oh my gosh, what? So it was pretty cool to watch.
That was during
All right,
the
video, go ahead
geyser
and push in all
mission.
the way there.
GISR, I think it was, to
That's
sample
full
gas bubbles
Kind
and
of, is it, yeah.
things like that. Track gas bubbles, image gas bubbles on the seafloor of the Gulf. Let's see what we got here.
We did a job out there recently, and we sampled the natural oil seeps. Oh my God, what a stinky mess. We had a carousel sampler, and we would fill those for about probably 1 liter bottles. And the oils, the natural oils coming out with methane, which then turns to hydrates. So the sample jars tend to blow up on the way up to the surface.
Oh, it was that deep that it was forming hydrates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Video, or Steve, you want me
Yeah,
to come wide and look
Yeah,
around somewhere?
you can move on.
Video, come wide, please.
I'll get you a better ID for that. I think
They wanted to not have the hydrates. They weren't after hydrates at all. They just wanted a certain volume of oil, and then there were the research is
Back a little towards the ship.
It's doing a big loop.
they
so
can
it's coming
age
back the way we
the
want it to go now.
the oil that they find.
I'll still come over
Really?
here a little bit.
Yeah, how long it's been in the seawater.
you ever been out to those brine pools?
No, I haven't. I've seen video of it. It's just crazy.
Really good.
I think there's a highlight video of Hercules doing a dunk in one of the brine pools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
it's pretty cool.
yeah, hot tub brine machine.
Video,
so
you
it's
want to
called
push in here?
Sure.
now.
Any excuse to zoom on a shrimp.
Used to be called something else, but can't call it that anymore.
Do one pop down. Some landed here.
Those things are just wicked.
There's long hairs on this guy.
Yeah, this is a nematocarcinid shrimp, I think.
Bridge nav.
You see how it has kind of
We can
tiny
add
little
one more
mini,
step,
mini
30
feet
meters.
for walking on sediment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Modified appendages. Right?
Alright,
It's
video,
like
you wanna
it's like
come wide, please?
snowshoes.
Yeah.
Snowshoes for the sand.
Reminds me of the character in Spirited Away. If anyone's seen that movie,
I've
You
not
push
seen
past
that movie.
Mongo there in the video.
I recommend it.
Would second that recommendation.
It's my brother and I's favorite movie. Well,
Is this a recent movie?
no, it was made in 2002, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It's made by Hayao Miyazaki.
Gopher hole.
Yeah.
If you've watched Hayao Miyazaki ones, I also recommend
Video, you wanna
Castle
just
in
do
the
a
Sky.
pop zoom? I don't know why, but it seems interesting to see if there's anyone home.
Hello?
No, I don't see anything. Okay.
No.
Come wide.
We'll call that bioturbation.
Get a little shovel.